Well, welcome back, everyone. So, a USA swimming official is trying to save women's sports by calling it quits in protest over transgender swimmer Leah Thomas. Cynthia Millen has been officiating USA swim competitions for over 30 years. She is now disgusted to see the University of Pennsylvania swimmer Will Thomas, a biological male, shatter women's records while competing as a woman at the University of Pennsylvania. In Millen's resignation letter, she writes this, quote, "I can no longer participate in a sport that allows biological men to compete against women." She goes on to say, "Everything fair about swimming is being destroyed." That now former USA swimming official joins me here on Stichfield. Cynthia Millen is here. Cynthia, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. How are you?
Well, I'm great, and I want to say thank you for speaking out. And maybe my first question is, why aren't there more out there like you speaking out?
Well, first of all, I don't want to demonize Leah Thomas, and I don't want to demonize transgender athletes. What I do want to point out is that the NC2A and USA Swimming are handling this in a terrible manner. You cannot have a biological male be put on testosterone suppression drugs for a year and then expect that there will be an equal competition with female swimmers. Males, as you know, have larger lung capacity, have larger hearts, have larger skeletons. And while Leah was abiding by the NC2A rules, the result is a totally unfair environment for women. Women are at risk of losing all of their records, and it's a dishonesty. I think that a lot of people are afraid to speak out right now because either they would lose scholarships, they would lose jobs. You have this should be the responsibility of the adults, the people who set the policy in the NC2A and USA Swimming. And by the way, all of Leah's times would count for USA Swimming. That's why they're involved as well. So it's the adults that need to make the changes. And we have to understand that bodies swim against bodies. Identities don't swim against identities. So Leah is a precious child of God, but Leah is swimming in a male body. And that male body will always beat a woman's body every time.
Cynthia, I think most people would agree. You know, people do whatever they want to do. You want to go transfer yourself from a man to a woman, have at it, okay? Not my problem. But common sense would tell you. I think everybody watching this program says exactly what you say. A male body swimming against a female body, it's just not going to be fair. Where is the NCAA? Do you think there's any NCAA officials that are at least quietly saying, you know what, this is a disaster?
Yeah, I think behind the scenes, and I have heard from other officials, I've heard from coaches, I've heard from parents, especially of swimmers, that there needs to be something done. And I really am hopeful by the time NC2A championships come around, and especially Olympic trials in another year, that something will be done about this. You know, transgender individuals have the right to swim, but it must be on a fair, in a fair situation. This is not fair because you have all the advantages of being male swimming against females in this case. Yeah. And it doesn't really help anybody in the transgender community either because it does not look good. So NC2A needs to do better, and so does USA Swimming.
Real quick, let me throw up this article from Politico. They talk about Title IX, and Title IX is about fairness. Women should have every right to compete just like men do. This article from Politico, if I could throw up the quote here, it basically says the administration has also indicated, talking about the Biden administration, it plans to include in the new Title IX rules a range of protections for transgender students, including the rights to access school bathrooms that match their gender identity and participate in school sports. I think so many parents are going to look at this and say, you know what? We've gone off the deep end, and I'll give you the last word on this, Cynthia.
Title IX was made to allow women to participate in sports. I remember when there was no Title IX when I was playing sports in college, and look at all the women swimmers, the great women swimmers of the past, Jenny Thompson, Jill Sturkle, et cetera, who had to struggle a lot more because they didn't have the same opportunities as men. Title IX was meant to encourage women and protect women and give women the same opportunities in sports as men. It was not written for this.
I think anybody looking at this issue, it should solely be about what is fair for the female athletes. And right now with this, it certainly does not seem to be fair at all. Again, Cynthia Millen, thank you so much for speaking out. Thank you for your bravery on this issue. I look forward to speaking with you again soon, and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. You too.